Hi again, this is another video, and because earlier I did a video just focusing on large tech companies getting into crypto or crypto related ventures, so be sure to check out that. Now this is really three pillars. One is on outlook of crypto, second is exchange related news, and third is tokens and wallet news. First, bullish outlook presented by 2019 WISE ratings for EOS, XRP, Bitcoin, Ethereum, ADA, Cardano, and Stellar Lumens. Yeah, so WISE rating is a very reputable rating firm, and they are now also giving their rating for crypto. So in grading that just consider technology adoption, right? So they don't care, so they disregard the risk reward. That means how is the price performing. They really look at how much is the adoption of, how much usage is the tokens, and how is the technology progression behind it. Number one ranking is XRP, followed by EOS, and then Bitcoin. Yeah. Next year we have Ethereum, then Cardano. Sorry, Ethereum on its own. Then next year we have Cardano, Steam, Neo, Zcash, Litecoin, and Stellar. So what is interesting is that TRON is not in the top 10 list, but because I think that they are just lower in terms of both tech and adoption in this score, that's why they are not the top. But this is very, very encouraging to see XRP and Bitcoin up there, right? And yes, very, very good job. Ethereum is also up there as well. So very nice, right? So this is actually why is XRP up there is because it's best positioned to compete with Swift, right? Given the number of partnerships. So there's really a lot of banks using XRP today. And EOS, later on, you will see there's a lot of decentralized applications, and a lot of people are actually using those, though most of it is related to gaming and gambling, which is the normal, right? It is really, a lot of people like that kind of pursuit, right? So it's no surprise. And Bitcoin, giving the progression of Lightning Network, right, continue to see huge use in terms of Bitcoin. So yep, so we have talked about that, and they looked at the top four in terms of actual usage. EOS is number one, right, at 4.6 million versus just 7,000 a year ago. This is in terms of daily user transactions. WEX is really the the underdog, that basically from 0 to 4.4 million in 2019, and TRON at third place, 1.9 million versus 3,000 last year. And then next is BitShares, 1.5 million versus around 800k last year. Yeah. So they also compared EOS with Bitcoin and EOS with Ethereum. So EOS is 14 times larger than Bitcoin in terms of their transaction volume. This is just the the daily transaction volume. Yeah. And compared to Ethereum is 8 times. And again, because I said it's mainly led by gaming and gambling, which is really the two key applications that a lot of people love to do, right? It just gives them the instant gratification, whereas Bitcoin and Ethereum Bitcoin is more a store of value, right, which need more time to build out its robustness. Ethereum is, of course, is still an early stage of projects because of their ambitiousness of really building a global computer for everyone, right? So they need to be really, they need to take time, right, to make sure they build out a very robust and sustainable, strong platform. Yeah, so that will take a bit of time. So for now, usage is not that great, although they have many key projects, right, like Augur, like DAO, MakerDAO, right? So yeah. Next, we have Binance eyes enhanced security, KYC and AML in new partnership. So Binance yesterday have announced they are the largest crypto exchange. They have partnered up with regulatory technology company startup called Identity Mind to basically enhance their compliance and data security measures. So Identity Mind is actually backed by Medici Ventures, which is wholly owned by Overstock.com. So what they do is that Identity Mind is able, right, to just take a picture basically based on a physical form of a person, right, that they are able to uniquely identify each individual in a frictionless manner, and helps determine the risk that they pose to a business. So basically, they're able to gather a lot of information based on advanced machine learning capabilities, right, to check a lot of their background information. Yeah. So see, Identity Mind's platform enables digital currencies exchanges to comply with Know Your Customer and anti-money laundering regulations worldwide, Identity Mind also claims that its risk and compliance platform is only real-time onboarding, transaction monitoring, and case management solution built for digital currency exchange. So the purpose of this collaboration with Binance is to improve existing data protection and compliance measures for Binance global operations. The partnership between Binance and Identity Mind further strengthens our compliance capabilities and our commitment to reinvest in the blockchain ecosystem and grow it. We continue to evolve and enhance security systems while adhering to regulatory mandates in the countries we operate in. The goal is to foster greater trust among financial institutions worldwide. And Forbes also, have basically quotes from Identity Mind's Director of Product Management, Neil Ritter, quote, "From a KYC perspective, Binance has a partnership with Refinitiv, which is Know Your Customer service provider company affiliated with Thomson Reuters. Binance also collaborates with Chain Analysis, which is a blockchain explorer too. However, Identity Mind provides digital identity, which is a combination of looking at a user's physical and digital attributes. For example, we looked at a user's physical address as well as their Bitcoin address, knowing that both of these won't change simultaneously. There's a difference between security, privacy, and AML. Binance has privacy by design, so it's extremely important that their customers' data is both secure and private. We actually don't see any information from Binance since they are sending encrypted data to the Identity Mind platform. I think it's refreshing to see that Binance is trying to incorporate every service they can to provide for an extremely robust platform. So this is very key. So why is Binance, investing so much into strengthening their Know Your Customer anti-money laundering capability? Because they are expanding rapidly into all continents around the world, right? That they plan to have at least one exchange in every continent around the world this year. And a lot of the places that, although they have said that they want to launch, but seems to be a delay. Like for example, Singapore was one of the countries that they want to launch fiat to crypto exchange as well, but they still currently, it's already been a few months, they still haven't got, it's still not launched. That means I believe that they still need to demonstrate that the regulators still need a lot of assurance from them that they have very, very strong Know Your Customer capabilities, right? So that if anything goes wrong, they can definitely help, they can cooperate with the regulator. The good thing is that they are partnering, right, left, right, and center with different firms for different capabilities. So basically, and this latest one is so cool that they can even look at the physical and digital attributes. And the other thing is that all information is encrypted, so it's not like the provider will actually see the information. So this is really, really good news. And again, one of those why is Binance so well is because they really anticipate what could be the problems ahead, and they rather, so in this case it's self-regulation first. They rather put themselves make sure that they do all their best before they're being calmed down hard from government, right? After all, Coinbase, when they started off, because they were accused of insider trading, so that did a dent to their reputation, right? And that's when actually Binance had the opportunity to come in and actually disrupt the market, right? Of course, that's in addition to Binance also not offering huge variety of coins, also because of the insider trading accusation. Then they were much more careful after that. So then, Binance so just need to be very sure that they don't give any opportunity for competitors to come in and take their market share, because after all, there are many competitors around, right, just waiting for Binance to make one mistake, and then they will have the opportunity. So great job on Binance, right? And of course, then Binance token will continue to do well because of moves like this. Next, crypto exchanges under fire. DragonX hacked and Coinbase undergoes sudden maintenance. DragonX is a Singapore-based exchange. It was hacked, so they have officially announced in Telegram that the funds of users and the platform itself were transferred and stolen, though they have not officially divulged how much and who and what are the coins being taken. But there was an estimate done that about the loss was about $800,000, and the full news can only come out about 1 week's time. Then another exchange called Coinbase, one of those being accused by Bitwise in their detailed report to SEC of faking their volumes, have actually announced that their exchange, their website is down. And it's basically then a lot of people are suspecting that perhaps they are being hacked also, which then come back to the question. That's why legit exchange, the top 10, including Binance, Coinbase, Gemini, and so forth, that are cited in the Bitwise report, clearly have a leg up against the other smaller exchange, right? And again, if you really want to use exchanges, I mean, my clear advice is that really just to use the top exchanges. Yeah, no reason for you to use the smaller exchanges. Put yourself at risk for unnecessary reason, right? So yes, that also then it will come, the smaller exchange survival, right, will basically come into question, but because ultimately it wouldn't be so fragmented a market. It will be like a lot of players, but it wouldn't be so fragmented until like now. I think we have hundreds of exchanges. That's just too much, yeah. Next, crypto analytics firm Messari introduces new exchange index following fake volume reports. So cryptocurrency analytics firm Messari has added a new index for 10 cryptocurrency exchanges. That is the 10 that are basically, they call it real 10 volumes. Those are the 10 that basically cited by Bitwise as the ones that only report legit volumes to SEC. So they have that index, and sure enough, and this directly is a competition to CoinMarketCap, and CoinMarketCap immediately responded by saying that, you know, they are definitely going to incorporate, right, new metrics so that customers can get a fuller picture of exchange and crypto. But at the same time, I think that they are going to keep the current views of incorporating all exchanges, because they don't want to also unnecessarily introduce their own bias, right, when they look at the total volumes. But in any case, that they are getting feedback now. They're actually asking Twitter users to actually have feedback on what are the new metrics that the community would like to see. So please share with them if you have, right? So next we have ability for you to earn extra money and learning some new skills at the same time. So Coinbase Earn has partnered with Stellar Lumens to basically let users earn Stellar. So Stellar now announces this on his Twitter handle and tweets, "We are excited to launch as Coinbase's largest Earn partner to date." And Coinbase tweet, "Coinbase Earn is working with Stellar Foundation to distribute 1 billion Stellar Lumens. 100% of the funds are going directly to Coinbase users to teach them how to use the Stellar protocol." So what you need to do is there will be a total of 5 video lessons on Stellar which you have to watch. You will be awarded with $2 in XLM for watching one video lesson. So if you finish the 5, you get $10, right, basically. And then if you refer your friend to complete the video lesson, you can also earn up to another $10 in Lumens. So you can invite up to 4 friends under this initiative. So very, very cool. And this is definitely one of those unique features of Coinbase, where they actually, not only are they giving you knowledge, just like Binance Academy, they're actually also giving you reward for taking the effort to learn. So great job, yeah. Next, eToro lists TRON. So great news, because eToro just expanded into US not long. eToro is very successful already in Europe, right? And now that they are expanding their shores into US, because US is a huge market, and what they're doing is that they actually offer a wide range of equity, bonds, trading, and now that they also have crypto in their options. So it's like a one-stop destination, definitely, for investors. And the uniqueness is also they have something called a copy trading. So if people are not so savvy, that they can look at more experienced traders, and then they can literally copy their trade. And this will be just straight away put into the system, and basically it will automate for them. They don't need to they don't need to keep monitoring what the experienced trader does, and the system will automate itself of their trading for them. So very, very cool, yeah. And next and last, Samurai Wallet adds Tor integration in privacy push. So Samurai Wallet is a mobile-based wallet for crypto that they are now going to integrate with Tor, which is basically a private feature, right? They're basically basically just making it much more private, yeah. And that is much better options, yeah. And of course, back to the earlier on where we say a lot of crypto exchanges are being hacked. Always, that's why it's important practice, right? And it's best practice, in fact, to keep most of your crypto holdings in a cold wallet, right? And ideally something like a Ledger or a Trezor, but definitely Ledger is like the most popular one. But only keep really, really little bit that you really need to trade in the exchange. And if you're not a frequent trader, it is advisable just to move everything to your cold wallet, yeah. So that's all I have for today. Hope you like this. Subscribe, please, if you do. And yes, I hope you're having an amazing day ahead, and I will see you tomorrow. Thank you so much for all of your support.